I mean, with anything in life, what you're going to get out of this program is what you're going to put into it. Hi, I'm John. I'm in Thrust's A&P mechanic program. I've been here for just over a month. I am in the generals portion of the class going through the 10-month program. We get started right on the dot, about 8, and we start with either review or just jumping into new content. And we'll spend a few hours doing that. Depending on the weather of the day or stuff like that, we may even start outside working on a project. Some of the planes that we have here, or we'll do that later in the day. So the day is nice because it's not the same thing every single day. It's a nice mix-up that all ties in together. We finish the day and I head off back to my place or some place to study. I'll spend about, honestly, an hour looking at things. I think that time might go up a little bit as I learn more and more and have to review what I have learned to keep it fresh, because the final test is unfortunately cumulative, so you got to know everything. Yeah, I mean, you do not have to spend a ton of your time. You don't need to focus all the rest of your day on it. Just make sure you're sprinkling in studying and solidifying everything that you've soaked up that day. I study about an hour a day, 30 minutes to an hour if I'm going to be honest. I go through prepware questions, which are in the verbiage of what the FAA is looking for, but I'm also reviewing the topics, making sure that I know that stuff that's going to be with me for a while, both parts, studying for a test and studying for the long term. So when it comes to the tests, I find myself studying a lot more, of course, the day before on Monday nights. Nothing crazy or out of the ordinary than you would for a normal test. I felt pretty well prepared. I feel a lot more comfortable in what we're learning now. I got here day one and we're jumping into electricity. Didn't know the first thing about a circuit, but that being a third of generals, I feel really confident talking about all aspects of that, even getting to the point of putting it together myself and making one physically out of parts around the shop. Started with soldering in my first week, and now I've put an entire circuit together. I've gone out to our plane out in the runway, the Grumman that we have. I've taken apart actuators. I've cleaned actual parts in the Grumman and refitted them, making sure everything works and fits. If I were to say I have a favorite project, anytime I'm working on the Grumman, it has been really fun. It is a really cool old military aircraft that we get to work on. So you never know what you're going to do when you head out there, and that's kind of fun as well. We've taken apart batteries, things that though you may not normally take apart a battery, I know how it works on the internals and how to service it. So a lot of things in the aspects of electricity that I didn't expect that I'd be doing. But I've also put together my own circuit physically. We got lights, we got resistors, we have switches that we pulled apart from an old plane and fitted that on a board that we hooked up together. So that was really fun to actually see that work and light up. And if I'm looking forward to any class next, it would definitely be Powerplant. The engines being around everywhere in the shop and seeing people work on those. There's some that are fully together, some that are in parts and pieces. Getting a plane to work all starts with the engine, and I feel like that'd be a really fun thing to jump into next. I'm more mechanically inclined when it comes to working with my hands and putting things together. I feel like that would be a really fun way to apply that. I find more interest in seeing how things work in motion, and that'd be really cool. I can tell you right off the bat, the thing I've been struggling with the most is understanding the FAA's lingo, the verbiage, and how they ask their questions. With the FAA's lingo, you'll come to understand it with exposure and experience, right? You're gonna know, okay, I can cut this part, I can do this, but still sometimes it goes, this question has confused me and made me question if I know it or not. So I think just continuous practice and working through questions in prepware software and knowing what to look out for is going to help me out a lot more in future going forward with that. Though, 1 month in, it's still a lot that they ask for that you do know the answer to. Advice, again, study at least 30 minutes, I'd say. And I mean, with anything in life, what you're going to get out of this program is what you're going to put into it. That starts at 8 a.m. and that starts with studying outside of class as well. So you can pay attention to it as much or as little as you want throughout the day. So being engaged and putting yourself out there and trying new things, those are the folks that I see shining above others that have been here longer than I have. There's a lot of folks here with diverse backgrounds and in fields that I don't have an experience in that are extremely helpful to learning these things in the A&P program. I watch them, I follow them, I talk with them, and they help me out, and they also learn things from me that I didn't think that would be helpful in this program. And so people are all encouraged to build upon each other and really help everyone grow. I've never seen an aspect of anybody trying to push someone down or compete against somebody. It's been really nice with everybody helping each other out.